Have you ever felt completely rejuvenated after spending time in nature? There's a reason for that, and it's called forest bathing. It stems from this ancient practice known as Shinrin-yoku in Japan, which is much more than just a walk in the woods. It's a form of therapy that's been linked back to anti-aging. I want to dive into what forest bathing is exactly, its roots, and explore 3 scientific reasons why it is linked to longevity. But before we begin, do me a quick favor and hit the like button down below, and subscribe only if you found value in this video. We talk about all things skin, hair, and health, and if that's something you're into, consider subscribing to stay up to date with new weekly videos. So what is forest bathing? The term Shinrin-yoku was first coined in Japan in the 1980s, and it literally translates to taking in the forest atmosphere. It's not about exercise or hiking, but rather about being mindful and fully present in nature. It involves immersing your sense in the sights, sounds, smells, and feel of the forest to reduce stress and improve health. Whether that's listening to the forest sounds like birds and insects, touching the ground, the trees and the leaves, smelling the flowers and other essential oils of the plants and trees, observing the surroundings and scenery, and tasting the crispiness of the air while breathing all of these things in. All these are said to have profound effects on the body. That's why countries like Japan and South Korea already have even integrated forest bathing into their healthcare systems, which about 32 therapeutic forests in South Korea have already been established. And I hope we can start incorporating that more into the US one day. But the first benefit is its role on serum cortisol levels. We all know how chronic stress can wear down the body over time, leading to everything from high blood pressure to heart disease. One of the reasons forest bathing is linked to longevity is its ability to significantly reduce stress. Because when you immerse yourself in nature, studies have shown that your body releases fewer stress hormones, particularly cortisol. High cortisol levels over time can increase the risk of inflammation, weaken the immune system, and speed up the aging process. We actually talk about the signs of high cortisol in this video here, and the role of Tai Chi on cortisol in this video here, which I encourage you to watch next. From this systematic review and meta-analysis, the main results showed that salivary cortisol levels were significantly lower in the forest groups compared with the urban groups. Isn't that interesting? The effects can even be seen better from the field experiments done in 24 forests across Japan. Interesting that 2/3 of Japan, the country, is actually forest, which is awesome. From this paper, figure 2 shows the average cortisol concentration in the saliva. Salivary cortisol was significantly lower in the forest area, 13.4% decrease after the viewing and 15.8% decrease after the walking. They also looked at things like pulse rate, systolic and diastolic blood pressure, which was all lower in the forest viewing and forest walking groups, which I thought was fascinating. The second reason forest bathing is linked to longevity is its incredible ability to boost your immune system. Spending time in nature has been shown to increase the production and activity of a type of immune cell called NK cells, which were seen to have been increased in this study where 12 participants spent 3 days and 2 nights in the forest. Now guys, one of the key benefits of having a healthy amount of NK cells is because they are an important part of the immune system for sure, because they destroy harmful cells in the early stages. And what was interesting from that study was the increased NK activity lasted for more than 7 days after the trip. So the benefits of forest bathing continued. And you might be thinking, how does being surrounded by trees and plants play such a role on the immune system? And the key to answering that question lies in the compounds called phytoncides, which are released by trees and plants. And when we breathe in these compounds, pinene being one of them, they stimulate our immune systems, leading to improved protection against illnesses, which means that regular forest bathing can potentially help keep your immune system strong, which in turn can lead to a longer and healthier life thanks to its role on boosting NK cells and making a full circle, which you can read about in this paper. But guys, the third reason is that it helps reduce inflammation, which is one of the major contributors to aging and many other age-related conditions. Inflammation, especially when chronic, can accelerate the aging process, contribute to heart disease, and even lead to degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, low-grade inflammation, otherwise known as inflammaging. These are associated with some of these conditions. Let me pull up a diagram of inflammaging. One of the aspects is being frail. And that is because inflammation harms the mitochondria, which is the energy powerhouse of the cell, as you can remember from your biology class. Damaged mitochondria produce more free radicals, which in turn increase oxidative stress and inflammation. This creates that vicious cycle of cellular energy dysfunction, which not only accelerates aging, but can lead to inflammaging, which is another reason to add in forest bathing as part of a lifestyle change, as you discuss with your doctor the best options that combat inflammation for you, as each case will be different. But I'm more curious to hear from you guys now. What are your thoughts on forest bathing? Do any of you guys get a sense of serenity out in the forest and away from the metropolitan? Comment down below, and also subscribe if you found this video helpful, and watch this video here, which are the signs of having high cortisol, and I'll see you guys on the next one.